Greetings, dear people of God at Trinity and beloved friends beyond. Thank you for joining me for this week's reflection. I'm back, everyone. I've missed you. Even through cancer, I have been able to offer these weekly reflections. But as many of you know, I tested positive for COVID. Then I was negative, and then I rebounded. And I was down for the count with not just the COVID, there were pretty mild symptoms, but COVID brain, not so mild symptoms. After that bout with pneumonia in June, you can understand why I have felt a little bit like Job lately. Life has not felt fair. Disappointment and sadness have felt like the order of the day, not only in my own life, but in the situations in the world. Well, these reflections have literally reflect what is stirring inside of me, what has caught my attention, what has fed my soul, what is a growing area for me. So here goes. Everyone knows safety on an airplane is important, but almost no one pays attention to those safety instructions. Whether this was a one-shot thing or reflects a trend in the airlines, some airlines seem to have found a solution. It is to inject humor into that routine safety speech. For example, on one of my latest trips down to see my mother in Santa Barbara, the attendant started her safety talk by announcing, "We just found a wallet in the aisle. Now that we have your attention, here is some important safety information." And then she went on to say, "If they are needed, safety masks will drop from the ceiling. If you're sitting next to a small child or someone who is acting like a small child, please do us all a favor and put on your own mask first. And then, please refrain from smoking until you reach a designated smoking area, which for California is Las Vegas." Have I caught your attention? Nothing like a bit of humor. In one of her latest blog posts, Nadia Bolz-Weber describes her ill-fated trip to speak at Princeton. It involved 5 hours on the tarmac, a return to the gate, a short break to grab food, return to the gate, only to discover that the flight had been canceled. One of her first thoughts was, "I wonder where my friends are." These were her new friends, the good-natured folks, and yes, I said good-natured, who sat around her in that airplane for nearly 5 hours. Nadia says, "We trauma bonded over the experience and shared our stories and good humor. Every announcement from the pilot gave us fodder for more jokes. They were generous and funny, and they all taught me a lot. Perhaps we can learn from them as well." Nadia continues, "Nothing is working right now. Not retail, not restaurants, not hotels, not air travel, not schools, not healthcare. I mean, it's all fraying at the edges." I love that image, fraying at the edges. "So here's what I'm thinking," she writes. "Let's create a survival guide for our daily life. Because frustration, anger, and disappointment may be natural reactions to the fact that everything everywhere seems understaffed and undersupplied, but those emotions do not serve me. They do not serve us either, do they?" Nadia continues, "As the old guys in AA say, how can we live life on life's terms right now? Because the terms have changed, and there's not a whole lot we can do about it to change that. Maybe there's a lot we can do to bear it. So let's start a list for a survival guide." Nadia's list includes 1. I can show lots of patience and gratitude to people in the service industry. Their lives are rough right now. 2. I can remember to bring snacks on the plane and share them. 3. I can try and make difficult situations less difficult by being kind to those around me. 4. I can lower my expectations and then be thrilled when things go pretty well. Now, what would I add? The very thing that Nadia does so well. Approach life with a sense of humor. Approach a 5-hour wait on the tarmac with a sense of humor. Catch people's attention by making them laugh. Remember to laugh would be on my list. As Anne Lamott says, laughter is carbonated holiness. I believe that. I know Anne Lamott believes that and lives that. Nadia Bolz-Weber lives that. Let me live that. A few days ago, Facebook memories took me back 2 years to a morning breakfast time at Addie and Rory's house. Rory, the then 2-year-old, and I were playing footsie under her high chair. Her little toes would search for mine, and then peals of laughter would issue from her as when we finally touched each other's toes, and we would kick our feet back against each other and laugh together and back and forth and back and forth. Crazy joy. Just watching it again made me laugh. Watching her laughing made me laugh, which made me realize how long it has been since I have actually laughed out loud. Carbonated holiness. That's what laughter is. Carbonated holiness. So when was the last time you laughed? What would you like to write on your survival guide list? When was the last time you shared a laugh with another? When was the last time you had a chance to find the humor in a situation and the humor lifted your spirits? Let me offer now the Holy Gospel according to Mary Oliver. Foolishness? No, it's not. Sometimes I spend all day trying to count the leaves on a single tree. To do this, I have to climb branch by branch and write down the numbers in a little book. So I suppose, from their point of view, it's reasonable that my friends say, "What foolishness! She's got her head in the clouds again." But it's not. Of course I have to give up, but by then I'm half crazy with the wonder of it. The abundance of the leaves, the quietness of the branches, the hopelessness of my effort. And I am in that delicious and important place, roaring with laughter, full of earth praise. And I am in that delicious and important place, roaring with laughter, full of earth praise. So, let me end with another quote, again from Nadia. Hang in there, friends. It's weird out there. Blessings.